And once you've identified those elements, then you can easily start to see where you need to make changes so that you can start feeling fulfilled and satisfied and happy with your life. Life is a gift. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Arit here. In this video, we're going to talk about what to do when you're feeling unsatisfied with life. Now, this is a topic that is totally common to entrepreneurs, self-employed people in particular, just because we're so driven all the time to achieve our goals, to get to where we want to be, to become the person that we want to be. And during our journey, myself included, we'll have these moments of just feeling so unsatisfied about everything that we're working on, or something in particular, and it's just not really jiving anymore like it used to. Now, feeling unsatisfied can also be a good thing, just because when you realize that you're just not being fulfilled in whatever it is that you're working on, that can induce changes in your own life. That can just start a chain reaction of thoughts and feelings that will lead you to a place that you are happy with. Because whatever you feel right now is kind of like your guidance system. If you feel unsatisfied, unfulfilled, unhappy, then that's telling you something. You should listen to that. That's telling you, hey, something is not working here. We need to change. When you look at everything that you're working on right now on a day-to-day basis, whether it is your certain work projects that you have going on, whether it is your personal life, your relationships, anything like that, those things are prioritized. For every person, they're prioritized in a certain way. And the way that they are prioritized in your life come from what you value. So the reason why you are feeling unsatisfied right now is because whatever is going on in your life is not in line with those core values of yours. So you have to identify what those core values are in order to see that. I'm going to put a list of core values down in the description below so that can kind of help you out and identify, okay, that is important to me, that is important to me, instead of trying to think of it on your own. Whatever is a core value to you, stripped down to its bare elements, meaning you can't say one of your values is wealth, because wealth looks different for everybody. It's too vague. It has too much in that word. So you need to ask yourself, okay, what is behind wealth that you value? What does wealth give you? Is it happiness? Because that is a stripped down core element. Is it achievement? That is another core value. Is it contribution? Is it making a difference? Is that what wealth can give you? Those are all going to be different for everybody. So, wealth and money, those aren't core values. You need to look past those things to really strip it down to the core elements. So once you start to identify those core values, and you see for yourself, okay, well, the top 5 values on my list is number 1 is health, number 2 is happiness, number 3 is learning. I really value growth and learning. And number 4 is creativity. Number 5 is making a difference. So let's say those are your top 5 core values. So when you start to look at this list and you look at what is going on in your life right now, you can easily start to see a disconnect somewhere that is making you feel unsatisfied. That is the reason why you feel unsatisfied, is because whatever is happening in your life is not in line with your core values. So maybe you are working at a job or working on a project that is totally, against these values. It's depleting your health. You just don't feel happy doing that job or working on that project. You're not using any form of creativity whatsoever. Maybe you're doing the same mundane work over and over again. You don't feel like you're directly making a difference or a contribution. You feel like you've already outgrown this job or this project, so you don't feel like you're learning anything new. That is an example of something that, it's a clear indication that this is what's making you feel unsatisfied. So what do you do at that point? And the job thing is just one example. It might be a particular relationship that doesn't fall in line with your values. It could be, maybe you're hanging out with someone, that's a particular relationship, but maybe, you feel pressured to do other tasks in your life, and those tasks might not be in line with your values, for example. So it's really important to identify what it is. Maybe it's more than one thing. It often is. Maybe if it is more than one thing, then once you've identified those elements, then you can easily start to see where you need to make changes so that you can start feeling fulfilled and satisfied and happy with your life. Life is a gift. We have to make the most of it. So once you've identified what it is that is not in line with your core values, then you need to ask yourself, okay, what is one step that I can take right now that will get me a little bit closer to those values based on the resources that I have right now? So going back to the example of working on a project that you don't like, or working at a job that is not in line with your values, what is one thing that you can do right now that will help change that for you? Is it maybe talking to your boss or your manager, asking about additional work that interests you, that is in line with creativity and making a difference? Is it maybe you need to change jobs altogether? So maybe looking in the job postings, or somewhere where you can start to kind of see what other job you can get that would be in line with these core values. I know that sometimes it's not always an easy task to undertake. Sometimes it can be really difficult, but that's why I say, what is that one thing? It can be just even a small little tiny step, but that tiny step will make a huge difference. I think another important thing to note here is that you have to believe that things can get better for you, that you can feel fulfilled and satisfied in your life. Because if you are starting from a place of you don't know that, or you don't believe that, then this work that you're doing to try to get yourself to a happier place can be extremely challenging and difficult. Because if you don't already have that belief that it can happen for you, you're going to talk yourself out of it. You're going to not identify that one thing, and maybe if you do identify it, you won't take action towards it. So you have to realize that what's happening for you right now that's making you feel unsatisfied or dissatisfied and unhappy does not define the person you are, and that you can change it. It just starts from knowing your core values. What do you personally value in life? Identifying those things, seeing what is happening in your life right now that doesn't fall in line with those core values, and then deciding to make one small step, one small change towards changing your circumstances. So guys, that is it for this video. And if you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up and let me know. Leave me a comment down below. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Back from the dead.